solid state welding. A solid state welding process produces joints at temperatures essentially below the melting point of the base metals being joined without addition of filler metal. In solid state welding, the process of welding takes place at temperatures essentially below the melting point of the base metals being joined without the addition of filler materials. Okay, and always pressure is applied to the workpiece. Okay, so a solid state welding process produces joints at temperatures essentially below the melting point of the base metal being joined without the addition of filler metals and by the application of pressure. Okay, mainly the solid state welding can be divided into friction welding and ultrasonic welding. So we'll move on to friction welding. So as we know, friction welding is a solid state welding process in which coalescence is achieved by frictional heat combined with pressure. In frictional welding, frictional heat combined with pressure produces the coalescence. Okay, the heat is obtained through mechanical friction between rubbing surfaces of workpieces in relative to one another. Okay, so in friction welding, the heat is produced by the mechanical friction between rubbing surfaces of workpieces. Okay, the also the frictional heat combined with pressure produces coalescence or weld. Okay, next, the process of friction welding. Okay, initially the components to be welded are held in chucks or clamps. Okay, here we can see that in friction welding the components to be joined are placed in two chucks in which one chuck is rotating while the other chuck is stationary, but the stationary chuck can be moved to and fro. Okay, the rotating chuck can be rotated by means of a motor which is powered by electricity. Okay, so initially the components to be welded are held in chuck or clamps. One part is rotated at high speed of about 1500 to 3000 rpm using a rotating chuck, and the other part is held stationary using stationary chuck. During welding, the stationary chuck is moved and contacted with the rotating component under pressure. Okay, here we can see that two chucks are there and we are placing the two workpieces in two chucks in which one chuck is rotating, the left hand side chuck is rotating and the other one is stationary, but it can be moved to and fro. That chuck is placed at the right side. Okay, during welding the stationary chuck is moved and contacted with the rotating component. Okay, during welding the stationary chuck is moved and contacted with the rotating component under pressure. When these two workpieces are in contact, then it will produce heat due to friction. So the heat is produced between the contact surfaces. This heat is used to weld the components under pressure. Pressure is used to generate sufficient heat to reach a bonding temperature within a few seconds. Okay, we can see that a force is applied to the stationary chuck. Okay, here we can see that in right hand side a force is applied through the stationary chuck. Okay. The pressure is used to generate sufficient heat to reach a bonding temperature within a few seconds. The pressure during the welding varies from 40 megapascal to 450 megapascal. This force or the pressure we are giving may vary from 40 megapascal to 450 megapascal. The heat is concentrated and localized at the interface. Okay, the heat is concentrated and localized at the interface. As soon as this temperature is reached, the rotation is stopped so that the weld is not destroyed by the shearing and the pressure is maintained or even increased to complete the weld. Okay, here we can see the steps, the sequential steps of welding process. In the step 1, we can see that the component fitted to the rotating chuck is rotated at high speed. Okay, in the step 1, the component fixed or fitted to the rotating chuck is rotated at high speed. In step 2, we can see that component fitted to stationary chuck. The component fitted to stationary chuck is brought into contact under an axial force. In step 3, we can see that as axial force is increased, the flash begins to form. We can see in the step 3, some flash or additional materials are formed at the interface. Okay, this is the flash. Okay, as axial force is increased, the flash begins to form. In the step 4, we can see that component fitted to rotating chuck comes to stop as the weld is completed. In the step 4, the weld is completed and the component fitted to rotating chuck comes to stop. The flash produced at the interface can be removed by machining or grinding. Okay. Next, we should know what are the advantages, limitations and applications of friction welding. Okay. In friction welding, dissimilar metals can be welded. Okay, dissimilar metals can be easily welded. It is used for welding of non-ferrous metals. Okay, like pipes, tubes. Okay, non-ferrous metals can be welded easily. In friction welding, no need of edge preparation and only low power is needed. And for welding process, less time is required. Heat is dissipated quickly. The cost of friction weld is always less. There is no distortion at weld joints. And flux and filler metals are not needed. Okay. The limitations. Okay. The limitations of friction welding are, it is used only for joining small parts. Heavy components are not possible to weld. There is a possibility of heavy flash out. Heavy rigid machines are required due to high thrust pressure. Due to high thrust pressure, heavy rigid machines are required. Process is restricted to flat and angular butt welds. Only limited shapes of joints can be welded. Equipment cost is high. In case of high carbon steels, it is difficult to remove the flash. The applications of friction welding are in aerospace industry, turbine blade joining, seamless joining, etc. are produced using friction welding. Because of the high quality of the weld obtained, the process is widely accepted in the aerospace and automobile industry. In automobile industry, bimetallic engine valve, axle shafts, universal joint yoke, gear hub, etc. are produced. It is also used for producing hand tools and sports equipments. It is used for making simple forgings. It is used in production of cutting tools such as tappers, reamers, and drills. Okay. Next, we will move on to ultrasonic welding. Ultrasonic welding is also a solid state welding. Okay. In ultrasonic welding, or ultrasonic welding is the process in which two workpieces are bonded as a result of a pressure exerted to welded parts combined with the application of high frequency acoustic vibration. Okay, a high frequency acoustic vibration is used for the bonding of the two workpiece. Okay, it uses the principle of converting high frequency of electrical energy into high frequency mechanical energy. Okay, so in ultrasonic welding, a high frequency acoustic vibration is used to produce the weld. Okay, it uses the principle of converting high frequency of electrical energy into high frequency of mechanical energy. Ultrasonic welding is a solid state welding process in which joint is produced by the local application of oscillating shear stress of ultrasonic frequency to the workpiece held together under pressure. In ultrasonic welding, the workpieces are held together under pressure, and a local application of oscillating shear stress of ultrasonic frequency is introduced. Okay, it uses the principle of converting high frequency electrical energy into high frequency mechanical energy. Okay, here we can see that the parts to be joined are clamped together between a welding tip. Okay, here we can see that the parts to be joined are clamped together between a welding tip and a supporting member under low static pressure. Here we can see that the sonotrode tip, it is the welding tip, and the supporting member is anvil. Okay, the oscillatory motion is transmitted to the upper workpiece by means of a sonotrode which is coupled to an ultrasonic transducer. Here we can see a ultrasonic transducer. Okay, and this ultrasonic transducer is a device which converts electrical power into high frequency vibratory motion, usually at frequency of 15 kilohertz to 6 kilohertz. Okay, ultrasonic vibration causes friction between parts. The ultrasonic vibrations causes friction between parts. Okay, which results in a closer contact between two surfaces with simultaneous local heating of the contact areas. So an ultrasonic transducer is there, and this ultrasonic transducer is a device which converts the electrical power into high frequency of vibration. The frequency range of vibration will be between 15 kilohertz to 170 kilohertz. 15 kilohertz to 170 kilohertz. Ultrasonic vibrations causes friction between parts which results in a closer contact between two surfaces with simultaneous local heating of the contact area. The vibrations produced by a welding sonotrode or sonometer or horn are used to soften the thermoplastic material at the joint line. Okay, the vibration produced by the sonotron are used to soften the thermoplastic materials at the joint line. Interatomic bonds formed under these conditions provide a strong joint. This welding can be produced in less than 3 seconds and no filler metals, fluxes or shield gases are required in ultrasonic welding. Okay, the advantages, disadvantages and applications of ultrasonic welding. Okay, in ultrasonic welding, dissimilar metals may be joined. Okay, high quality of weld is obtained. The process is excellent for joining thin sheets to thick sheets. Local plastic deformation and mechanical mixing results into sound welds. Since no bulk heating of the workpieces is involved, there is no danger of any mechanical or metallurgical bad effects. The process can be integrated into automated production lines. Moderate operator skill level is enough. The process is fast, economical, and it can be automated. It ensures the increased flexibility and versatility. It produces high strength joints. Limitations. It is very much important. Only small and thin parts may be welded. Workpieces and equipment components may fatigue at reciprocating loads provided by ultrasonic vibrations. As the ultrasonic vibrations are in the range of 15 kilohertz to 170 kilohertz, the equipment components may affect the condition called fatigue. Okay, workpieces may bond to the anvil. It is also another disadvantage. Workpieces may bond to anvil. Okay, it is not suitable for ductile materials since they yield under the stresses. It is not suitable for ductile materials. It needs specially designed joints. Ultrasonic vibrations can damage electric components. Tooling costs of fixtures are high. Next, application. Ultrasonic welding is used mainly for bonding small workpieces in electronics, manufacturing communication devices, medical tools and watches. Okay, ultrasonic welding is used mainly for bonding small workpieces in electronics, manufacturing communication devices, medical tools and watches. It is used in healthcare industries due to clean welds. It is used in sealing and packing, aircraft, missiles, and fabrication of nuclear components. Ultrasonic welding is also used to make medical parts such as filters, medical garments, masks, etc. Ultrasonic welding is used in automotive industry to fabricate headlamp parts, dashboards, buttons and switches, fuel filter, fluid vessels, seatbelt locks, electronic key fobs, lamp assemblies, and air ducts. It is used in welding of tubes to sheets in solar panels. It is used in welding of tubes to sheets in solar panels. Okay, thank you.